What's up, and welcome to the Non-Fungible Creator Show. This is your host, Non-Fungible TC, Non-Fungible Tomorrow today, and Non-Fungible Tomorrow. Today, we are very happy to have SCessions, the founder of SIRVM.TECH, and the host and Metaverse performer at Bassment at Somnium Spaces on our show today. So, how are you, SCessions?
Oh, I'm doing excellent, man. I've been looking forward to this. Ever since we met, man, I've just been excited because I see everything you got going on, and I'm, happy to be here. Glad to be a part of it.
Yeah, me too. I saw your performances. I'm really excited to have you share your story. The metaverse is such a new thing. Everyone is exploring it, and you are like one of the pioneers. You're rapping, you're doing your stuff, so it's really cool, man. So tell us about yourself. What's your background by trade?
I've always done sales, and everything has pretty much been hand in hand, with freestyling and sales, and it's just complemented each other. So while I've been at work, a lot of the times I'll be working while I'm working, just doing personal fixes or little tweaks to everything from the website. So eventually, from being in a hip hop band, I started with like beats and vocals, writing, and then I went to, a group, and we started opening up for different acts. Got a lot of experience doing shows, recording, engineering, producing. And then after a while, there was sort of like the situation of too many chiefs, not enough Indians. So we, started separating, doing our own thing. I joined a rock band. That gave me another great experience. And then I started streaming on Twitch, which is how I came up with the name SCessions, which is sidetrack sessions. My logo's right here. And after 2 years, slowly got introduced to VR, and that's where I'm at now, is running a club and freestyle, like a cypher within that club. And it's the next best thing to being in person. So, I'm just trying to utilize the potential with that, and just, things are going great right now.
Yeah, that's really cool, and especially with the pandemic in the past few years, definitely performers and musicians are looking at different places to perform, and you being a forefront, you being a front runner, it's really cool that you're embracing VR technology and stuff like that. And finding a more a new interesting way to connect with your audience, because when people are talking about live streaming, you're already now in the VR, right? So it's a totally different level, man.
And then it goes hand in hand, being able to actually stream while I'm in the VR place, while I'm on Twitch, so people that can't access it for some reason can also just watch it.
Yeah, that's amazing. So can you tell us more about your Web 3.0 story? Like, how did you first get involved in the metaverse?
So a friend of mine that I met through Twitch, I'm Blake Hotz. Shout out Blake Hotz. He's one of the biggest, one of the first and biggest pioneers in the whole thing. And he was telling me about it back in like April and March. And he's like, look this up. It's a non-fungible token, digital asset. And then I was like sort of researching, but I didn't go too deep into it. And he would always invite me, but it wasn't until he actually, one day just sat me down and I downloaded the PC client. I went in there to the Tron Club, and then as soon as I don't even have VR right now, I've just been using the 2D client, which is a desktop mode behind you, third person. But just that experience of being in the club and being around it, just seeing the potential of how you can jump on a microphone and everybody hears it, or, performing in VR and all that, my brain was blown to bits, and I just fell in love with it, and I've just been going towards it ever since. And now I've, made an event for my Monday nights, and then I stream it. But that ultimately was, through Blake Hotz. We do a meetup every day at 4 p.m. So during one of the meetups, I happened to be with a friend walking. The group sort of strayed away. And then I jumped on this microphone. Shout out to Fishbrain. He has a parcel in there and had a microphone. And I freestyled, and everybody came towards the freestyle and just started partying, because I was just sitting there rapping about things around me and all the people. And then after that, somebody rented me the parcel. It was a comedy club. I revamped it, made it into more of like a hip hop club feel, with an open floor, a little stage for everybody to get on. And then just started slowly revamping and tweaking it. And now I'm just running the Basement, which, is every Monday night, 10 p.m. Average about 8 to 15 people, just really depends. And then on good nights, it could be 20 people or so. So yeah, it's been really good, man. And the journey is just beginning. We're at the beginning stages. So anybody who's, trying to get involved, definitely holler at me or TC. That's why I'm talking to you, because you're so well versed in it. You're just as deep as I am, immersed in it. So I had to connect with you.
Yeah, thank you so much for reaching out. And I'm actually screen sharing your concert like in November last year.
Yeah,
So it's really cool. As you can see, this is a metaverse called Somnium Space, and that is
yeah.
actually section performing on the stage. So was this using a VR headset or were you using the PC version?
I was actually still using the desktop version, and shout out to Djembe and Denevero, who they ran virtual performing, and this is the spot within a world. So you have the parcel, and then you can create a world to go inside that world while you're in the VR or the PC client. So this is within a world. They made this stage with the lights and the fire and the pyrotechnics and everything. And
Mm.
these are all the people that are part of the community and they're watching. So my avatar had a special animation added to it, and that's not VR. That's actually just my 2D avatar with an animation that I used with my green screen back here. I just did like a 60-second movement of how I would act when I was on stage. They took a clip of that and attached it to the animation using Unity. And so that's just my animation of my real body movements.
Wow. Like
Yeah,
that's
so it's
really
pretty
cool.
cool.
That's
Yeah,
really
so you
cool.
can, yeah, that's how I move in real life. I'm up there and I'm
Yeah.
just like, hey, so you can see how I put my arm out and everything. That's
Yeah,
similar to
yeah.
what I would really do. So it's really cool and it's really just trippy, and
Yeah.
it worked out perfect. And that was the first time I busted that avatar out, and I was still moving on stage, as you can see, but it's very rigid.
Yeah, wow. So you just vibing, just dancing,
Yeah,
just chilling, and then you have the fireworks, just in front of you. So
man, it
yeah,
was
so
awesome.
so the really cool thing is that for those of you who do not know what a parcel is, it's basically a virtual land that you can buy within the metaverse. And once you bought it, you have digital ownership of that land, and you can build whatever you want, whatever you want, right? So some
Yep.
people would build architectures, and some people would build like HQs or base like that. But what's really exciting is that on these architectures, what people can build is they can make it a club, right? But a
Yeah.
club is just a building itself. It's not, it's not really living. But what is so cool right now is that with VR technology and with the community and with more people into the metaverse, now you have people performing, and then you have session like you're hosting a show every week,
Yeah.
and that's really cool. So yeah, out of curiosity, like, do you have a VR headset right now, or you're still waiting for that?
No, I'm actually the plan is that next month I'm actually going for the Guinness Book of World Records for the longest freestyle, February 20th for my birthday. And
Mm-hmm.
similar to how it came about with the parcel that I got, like, I got
Yeah.
a bet that if I do accomplish this, I'm actually going to get a Vive headset from somebody in Somnium Space. So, I'm just gonna wait for that. My goal is to, just do this to challenge myself of seeing how long I can freestyle, see if I can mentally, physically prepare, and just, keep going. And then if I do, well, when I do get the world record, then I'll have a headset by then. So
Wow. I
yeah,
mean, like, I'm definitely looking forward to that. Like, if you have a link or whatever, or you tweet it, I'll
yeah,
definitely retweet it. Let people know that, here's section going for that world record, man.
yeah,
We're
hell yeah.
cheering for you. Yeah. Like,
And
everyone in the metaverse. Yeah.
we're also doing an event too that it's going to be the last avatar standing. So if you're there in the VR world, well, it'll probably be on WebXR, the extended reality,
Mm.
which is just a browser version. But if you're there and you're with me the whole time and you don't exit, then the last avatar standing might get something as well. So we're trying to figure that out.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. That's really cool. So, how is it like to like being a host in the metaverse, right? How different is it from being a host in an offline events, or rapping in the metaverse? How different it is from in offline events?
So I mean, it's real cool. Like I've done. I was working for this company, Challenge Entertainment, here in the state that I work, and it would host like trivia,
Mm-hmm.
and this other game called Singo, which is using music clips to try to match up five in a row, like bingo. And so that experience gave me a lot of training for this. But the difference with the VR and the web parcel version or the XR version is that, you can teleport, move around. I can have instant volume to everybody that's in the vicinity instead of, some people that are away or whatnot. But it's like when you step into the boundaries, then everybody can hear me. There's sometimes the issue of somebody coming in trolling and being loud or obnoxious and whatnot. You can just
Mm.
mute them, or soon I'll have admin capabilities to do different things with that. But for the most part,
Mm.
it's a lot more accessibility for everybody. It's instant. You just click the link and you're there, and it's like you're in person. But
Mm.
obviously there's a barrier of it's better than just watching somebody on Twitch with just your text is the only form of expression. So this actually closes that gap a little bit between the viewer and the streamer, and I can actually talk to you in person spatially, and everybody can sort of just feel a little bit more immersed than just text.
Yeah, that's really cool. So, and the people could actually go on stage and dance with you, right? They could perform with you at the same time. So there's like no distance at all.
Yeah, and I mean, if you can mentally get past, your own self embarrassment or inhibitions, then you can pretty much, feel a lot more comfortable instead of being in person and you're scared to go on stage. At least nobody can see your face and you're just an avatar. So coming on stage is now on you to get past your own confidence,
Yeah, because the reason why I was asking if you were doing it with a VR headset is that because some people, I mean, like, I can't imagine wearing a VR headset and then, just freestyling at the same time and, just performing. You get what I mean, right?
Yeah. And I mean, already it's pretty hard and, it's hard to like keep track of what you're doing with the triggers and everything. So, yeah, I mean, it's more so just the audio. And that's why this XR version is cool, because all you need is really a headphone and mic, and then you're ready to go. So.
But I do know that it's not just a mic and that's it, right? Because you have a lot of special effects when you do your rap, when when you perform, you have different type of effects, right?
Yeah, I got the effects on my Rodecaster Pro. So just to clarify, like if you were to come in on Mondays on the XR web browser version, then all you need is headphones and a mic, whether it's on your phone or on the computer. But the headphones prevents the loop of me hearing myself. And then the microphone is just how you can speak. But yeah, that's all you need. You don't need a VR headset. You don't need anything. You use your mouse and keyboard to move. But whenever somebody's freestyling, like I have the effects on my Rodecaster Pro that I can do different things like, clapping, or if somebody does something good, or like it's just to cheer people on, build up the energy, make sound effects, and just do something to where it's not just silent when somebody's done or something, So it's pretty cool to.
You're kind of like a DJ as well. Those are the samples. Exactly. DJ in the house.
Where'd you find this, son? Like those different type of vocals and whatnot. So that's what I can do, is incorporate any sound effect that I want. And some of these sounds are for my game, like when somebody's like, wrong on the answer, like, oh, we're sorry, folks, that was the wrong answer. Like when I do trivia or whatever. So it's pretty cool just to add that game show effect.
Wow. Yeah, because you were talking about the club originally being a comedy club, right? So, there's so much that you can do besides just rapping, right? Besides just performing, but you could also do trivias and stuff. It's basically like a space for people to hang out.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, soon enough, hopefully I'll be incorporating using private links and temporary links to where, if you wanted to rent out something with you and your friends, I mean, there's plenty of different metaverses, but the difference would be is like, if I'm hosting it, then it only comes with the way that I run it or things like that. So I'm trying to make it exclusive, also share it to other people and get it to where we can throw other people events and, just collaborations and just all around, as you see right there on the screen you're sharing. I'm just trying to be somebody that comes, people come to me as like the guide master, the game sage, somebody that can host, throw events, and just a creative all around entrepreneur,
So with the pandemic still happening right now, would you say that the metaverse has provided another opportunity for musicians and performers to make a living using a more immersive and, engaging experience?
Oh, most definitely. I mean, a lot of people are seeing, I have something I do on Sunday. Shout out to Cypher.eth. They do their Cypher in Discord. And right before I found the VR aspect, I was going to do a Discord Cypher, make an event to the king of the corner and all these different things, but they're already pretty good and they got a lot of steam going for that. So, I mean, it's almost the same thing as Discord, but just the next level up as to providing more spatial surrounding, an avatar, and just something to personalize yourself with. But with the whole thing of virtual concerts and everything, that's what I'm aiming towards, because it's such instant gratification, instant access. You can connect digital assets to it on the outside third-party aspect. And then in general, just give people that immersiveness that you don't get otherwise. Plus, I'm trying to add utility for longevity of being able to connect to that artist directly, or, maybe you get a one-on-one with them, or maybe you get like a phone video call with them, or just all types of different ideas, and you can make any system you want. So it's not only that it's more immersive, but it's infinite creativity is what I love about it. You know, I can make a world that gives somebody wants to do a concert in the Grand Canyon. I could design a world with the Grand Canyon and then give them a rock cliff that they perform there. And it's like, you know, it's if your mind can allow you to imagine it and enjoy it, then it's real. You know what I mean?
So yeah, I mean, like that's why I said you are a pioneer in this space. As someone who got into this space early, what would be your advice to musicians and performers? Because who are interested in exploring the metaverse as a performance venue. Because when you first started, was it difficult to navigate, and what advice would you give to the people who were back then in your shoes?
A lot of it is really just, you have to take the time to learn the ins and outs as to the basic rules, from smart contracts to, what a non-fungible token is, what a digital asset is, how to run a MetaMask, how to make sure to keep your seed phrase safe, secure, making sure you don't click on links, and a lot of rules that you have to understand when you're diving into this Web3 aspect, because there's a lot of people out there just as much that are trying to, give darkness, so we have to work just as hard to provide the light, just depending on which side you're on. But for the most part, I'd say definitely be versed in everything, research, due diligence. And then when you're ready, you're going to have to sort of start looking into, broadcasting aspects, digital routing of audio, how to make sure that you're just, everything, for one, that your computer's good. There's a lot of technical aspects to it, and then a lot of researching and understanding the tools to use it. So once you get those things down, then it's a matter of just, being able to find the venues and connect with networks of people that are able to provide you a space or platform. But I mean, it's pretty much endless. And as you've seen with Justin Bieber, he's actually done a show for free where he had almost like a CCTV of cameras all around him while he performed in the middle. And it's just endless that what you can do with it. So you just have to understand the rules and how to maneuver in it. That's what my advice would be, is just do a lot of due diligence on the research, the technical aspects, the technology, the tools that you need, and then just start finding the network of people, that are willing to give you that platform. Like your boy at the Basement, if you need a spot to perform, holla at your boy.
Yeah, and so I know that you decided to get into Web 3.0 full time right now, right? And you started a project or a business called SIRVM. So I have this website here. I just wanted to see if you could share more about what you're trying to do in this coming year.
All right. Yeah, I mean, as with the main thing, again, is event hosting, whether that's webinars or, seminars, workshops, being able to sort of guide your team towards the next goal, or just whatever. We're technically capable of providing that, as well as the experience of 20 plus years from production engineering, video editing, etc. And, just being able to, provide that assistance when guiding somebody through this Web3 process, building a project from the ground up, or just assisting with, taking and, explaining things to your team. And for the most part, I'm working with another subgroup of people, which is VR venues. So what I'm doing with my company is more personal, one-on-one. And what we're doing with the VR venues is more going to be bigger environments, bigger shows, and just more on the production end of things, where I'll be assisting with that aspect. But yeah, me by myself, it's all visual, technical design, music, or, this is a video I chopped up. It's a video of Ready Player Me footage. So it's just a placeholder until we can actually film the video of us racing in Somnium Space.
Ah, okay.
So it's everything similar to what you do. That's why I respect what you do. And I wanted to connect with you because you look like you're just as capable with editing. You run the show, you do the graphics, you do all this. So it's similar to that. And it's just providing somebody that access to something they might not be otherwise able to. This was for the Metaverse Music Festival, where I chopped up my performance here in my house and then just put a bunch of effects on it post-production, and then just made a concert for that, which was pretty good and well received. So
yeah, I think it's really cool. I've seen some of the videos, and then you have some effects live. Even our audience can see right now, you have some effects happening at the same time as well. You have all of those visuals, and but for people who do not know video editing, basically you have to find all of these effects and have to put them together at the same time, and then you have to do it at the same beat, at the same theme. Exactly, you see that, right? So I think it's really cool, man.
And it's a lot of meticulous, time consuming type of things, but it's really what I like is adding those details to make it even better for the viewer. So
Yeah.
I
I
love
mean,
it.
like, and it's lots of experience put together because you need visual and audio experience, which you just
Yeah.
said. You need someone who knows, who's good with words, who's good with the microphone, who could rap, and who could host, who could
Yeah.
carry the whole thing. And so yeah, I just want to give you a challenge. Like you said, you know how to rap and things like that, right? So I was just
Yeah.
wondering if you could just freestyle on the spot for all of us.
All right, yeah, definitely. We can do something where similar to like what other people might do. We can have like you give me 3 words and I just try to incorporate them within the song and talk about those different subject topics.
Oh, okay, okay. Let me
Set up
pull
a
up
beat.
some words, and maybe at the meantime you can find the beats.
Yeah, yeah. Let me get
All
one.
right. I got a random word generator right now, and
All right.
yeah, let me just generate 3 random words. Okay.
All right, cool. So I got this beat that we can use. Just let me know when ready.
Okay, I have these 3 random words. These are not seed phrase, so don't copy this. And I say,
I know, right?
yeah. Can you see this? Yeah. Let
Yeah,
me zoom in.
magnificent, defiant, jeans, and metaverse.
And how about let's do. Do you want to add another word that would
Yeah,
work
yeah.
well with this?
Yeah, that's cool.
Let's talk about NFTs then. You
All
want to do it?
NFTs, non-fungible TC.
Yeah, let's do it, man.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Hey. Yeah, I'm coming through, man. I had to tag it quick. Yeah, I'm always trying to show it magnificence. Cause I did it with these different sentences. Every time, yeah, I'm paying all these cents with this. Try to get the money up with them tokens now. Yeah, it's how it is, cause we smoking now. Yeah, they really trying him, but I'm like a titan. Cause I'm like a giant, I'm defiant, man. And I keep it clean in my jeans. That's how it is, and you see it's in between. Yeah, it's like my chromosomes. Every time I go, I'm off in the zone. I'm all in my home. Let's just go and try to speak in these verses. That's how it is, man. I write it in cursive. It's metaverses. That's how it just verse spits. It's coming through. Yeah, it's me. I'm immersive. It's like inertia that I'm moving. Yeah, I'm coming through in Serbia. You can see the movement. It's the SIRVM.TECH. I work with this. I'm like a tech. Yeah, I'm more like a vet. Cause I do this, man. I'm hung with those. It's non-fungible. With them tokens though, like TC. When you see us on the TV, on the YouTube, on a stream, on the different screens. We try to show you with the video effects, the success, and I'm coming get it. Yeah, what's next? Like I go through, always trying to tag it in. Yeah, that's right, cause I'm trying to magnify everything, looking close. Yeah, I'm zooming in. That's how it is. You turn it up with the volume, man.
Wow. Yay!
Know how we do?
Yeah,
Appreciate
wow,
the words.
Yeah, I
had to run
appreciate
through it
you
real
for
quick.
freestyling, man. That's like so cool. So for those of you who are watching, definitely check out Sessions. He has a Twitch account. He does the streams, and definitely check out his events in the virtual world. So how do people join your events in the metaverse?
So, I mean, it's real simple. If you have access to a browser, whether it's your phone, Apple isn't really doing VR right now, but I'm sure they're going to be jumping in it full steam ahead. But all you need is a browser. You can even do it on the Mac. But then when you go to the browser, you type in somniumspace.com/parcel and then /4730. So I have it right here on my screen set up, ready to go. And you can.
I think there's a link here as well, I think, on your website. Let's see.
On the website, you could see it's
visit the basement, right?
Yep. And then right at the top, you can go to it. So once you're in there, you would use the right click, hold the right click to look around, or you could set the mouse at the top left up here, which you might not be able to see my mouse. And then you would use ASWD to move around with the right click at the same time. So you can move, click around. And then once you're in there, it's on Monday nights, but all you would do is log in as a guest, or you can log in with an avatar, and then you'd be able to change that around with readyplayer.me. And so all you do is just design it, personify it, personalize it to what you want. You you take a picture, a selfie, continue with that, and then it would show your face similar to what you look like in real life. Select it, go to the next, put the clothes on, and then when you're done, after you register, it's like the name, birthday, and everything. Then every time you log in, it would join as that. So right now I'm just a classic avatar male. And as you can see around the club, you know, I have pop culture on the wall, this hip hop, an ode to hip hop. You walk in here and zoom in and you can look around to the different artists inside this 3D sphere. And then up here is the stage where people pretty much gather on the dance floor. If you did want to come up and freestyle, come up here, and then you would just unmute at the top right here where the mute button is. I can also even show my camera through my head, which is like this. You know, so when I'm walking around, people can see how my camera really looks in real life with this TV as a head. And then there's also, you know, this mode, which is hologram mode, which would show my screen with the green. And usually the effects of moving these parameters around will take out the green so you could see me in real life and people would just see me like this. So it's like Twitch in a sense, but it's just the next best thing, you know, because I'm able to, you know, be an avatar and as well show my real screen if I wanted to show in, you know, real life. This is the game room back here too as well. So you can come back here, hit this screen, and it'll show you my Twitch stream. When I'm live, it would take up the whole screen and I could put word generators and different games that we can play while we're freestyling. 3 contestants stand right here. And, you know, we all just play games and just try to practice and sharpen our mental acuity. So, cool.
Well, yeah, that's really cool. So right now I also have the screen pulled up, which is the Somnium Space, right? So this is the bigger screen, but I think people could see what you were showing as well. So for those of you who missed it, it's basically you could just log in or join as a guest.
Yeah, that's the easiest way. Log in as guest, so you don't even have to register, and boom, you're right there, ready to go.
And I'm right there already. Am I going to be? Can I see you in here? Oh, there you are.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can see me right here. And then so that's how instant it is. You know, we're right here talking, and if we unmuted, we could even stop. You know, if we weren't in an interview, if you unmuted, you could probably hear me right now, actually, because I was unmuted. But the little light on my name will show you that I'm talking. Check, 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 check. And then when I play music, so I play music through my RC505 that goes through directly to the world, and then everybody can rap to that beat that I'm playing.
Wow. So people can see you in real life as well.
Exactly. So it's the next best thing to be in real life. Like if I'm gonna unmute and play a beat, like so if you were to listen through the browser, you could hear this beat that I'm playing. And then we freestyle. Everybody goes there, you know, and out. So that's how it is. I play it through my RC, and then be direct through the world. So it's a little latency, but it's barely like half a second.
Yeah, it's really cool. So now we can see, and you could put a web browser in here. Like if you have anything to show other people, like you said, you generate the words for like your freestyle. Yep. And these are some speakers. You have the attribute to hip hop, and then you have the stage here as well.
And if you've seen the original design, it was a comedy club with like a curtain and a stage and a stool, just a typical type club. And then I just revamped it into this, you know, sort of neon looking club and futuristic cyberpunk type look.
Yeah. So is it hard to build in this metaverse? Like,
no, not at all, really. I mean, the builder is real similar to like Blender and, you know, other things like that. So it's just up, down, left, right placements, you know, moving it to be specifically where you want it to be. And then as long as you can imagine it, you can create it. Back here, you know, there's a 360 sphere and a second stage and whatnot. But right now I'm trying to just, you know, keep this design as it is and keep it simple, not try to do too much. And just now I'm at the stage where I'm trying to bring people in and just do more activities that incorporate the viewer, you know?
Yeah, so yeah, that's really amazing. So I know this year you decided to go full-time into Web 3.0. And yeah, just before we wrap up, I just want to ask you, how can our viewers participate in your events and support you?
So, I mean, right now I'm going full-time, as you mentioned. So, you know, I'm going towards like Patreon exclusivities, just being able to, you know, whether people wanted to set up an event with me, they can, if they're artists or an art, I mean, like if they're an artist for music or like a painter, visual artist, I'm also going to be hosting different things with Oasis metagames, interviews, and just anything under SCessions, as you see on my name tag, and everything else is all handles under SCessions. The only one that's not is YouTube, but besides that, you'll still find it if you type in SCessions, and then we can collaborate on, whether you need assistance or you wanted to get involved in creating something. We can work with both. And I would just say, just start from a DM, and we can build off of that and sort of see where your head's at, what you're trying to attain, and then see what what skills and things we can accomplish just messing with SIRVM.TECH. That's another way to find me as well. SIRVM.TECH, SIRVM.TECH.
Yeah, and I think it's really exciting because a lot of people, when we talk about the metaverse, right?
Yeah.
People are only aware of the metaverse, last year when Facebook announced that they changed the name, but a lot of people still thinks that the metaverse is kind of like a game.
Yeah.
Like people can't really work in the metaverse. There's no jobs in the metaverse. But so far, it seems like they have been proven wrong. Because people build in the metaverse, they make money. Like they build architects in the metaverse, and for you, you're actually providing services. You're hosting events in the metaverse as well, and now you're doing this full time. So it means that there is a way for you to make a living. By participating.
And I mean, it's really the biggest thing I'll tell you, which is going back to how should you get involved, is just go and show up. You'll never know who you'll meet. You can meet with you. I met through a couple of other avenues, but just because I'm the person I am, I reached out and I said, hey, I like what you're doing, blah, blah, blah. And now we're here. So it's like, if I don't go out there and just explore and look around, be like, oh, this guy looks cool. Hey, what's up, man? I'm Ces. Oh, that's what you do. Well, this is what I do. And then, if you find a common relatable ground, then you can build off of that. So that's the biggest thing, is just show up.
Yeah, absolutely. And it is a lot easier to show up online as well, right? You don't have to drive, you don't have to go there.
Yeah.
And this space is just amazing because for me, myself, I share the same motto as well. I basically just reach out to a lot of people. I just reach out, hey, you want to come on the channel? You want to share a story? You have a really cool story. I really like, what you're doing. So before we wrap up, is there anything else that you want to share with the audience or, talk about?
I mean, just with everything in general, with creativity, I always try to reiterate, it's my 3 words that I use for sidetracked, because it used to be trying to attain a little bit of fame or money and this and that. But now I do it for these 3 words of express, inspire, and evoke emotions. So, I mean, ultimately, it's more so about creating and letting somebody feel something with your creations. Don't judge yourself and hold yourself back. If you can get past yourself, then just create and put it out there. Let people accept it for what it is. Let them misconstrue it. Let them think that it sucks. But if you don't put it out there, nobody's going to be able to tell you that it's good or it sucks. So that's what I was, ultimately the last thing is just create for yourself, not to try to attain anything. And just don't worry about what level you're at. Just keep doing it every day and practicing, and just create for no reason. And then something hopefully will become what it's supposed to be with that.
Yeah, I mean that's very inspiring because in the NFT world, there are some artists that just create, just follow the, follow their guts, right? Follow their own design, follow their own style, and you never know. Like some people maybe in the traditional art world will be like, oh, this is not art, this is not valued or anything. But one day, boom, they could just sell out really quickly and sell out for a few Ethereum. You never know, and that could change people's life.
Same thing. It's like, when you stream, somebody could come in there that's a rich person in Dubai and drop $2,000, but because you didn't feel like streaming because you think you're not good, now you never know what could have happened. You know what I mean? So just go out there, put yourself out there, and then you'll see the way that things are supposed to progress.
Yeah, thank you, man. Like, thank you for sharing your words of wisdom. Thank you for sharing your talent on the show. I really appreciate it. And thank you for sharing your advice. And definitely, I think if people who are interested in this space, they could reach out to you, because you have been here, you have experienced it firsthand. You took that step, right? You took that step to try when other people were saying, yeah, exactly. Other people were saying,
jump off the cliff, and then the net's gonna appear.
Awesome. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap up if there's nothing else that you want to share.
Yeah, That was awesome, man. I appreciate, allowing me to, shining a light on the basement and my company and brand as in general. And then just, thank you for everything you're doing as well. I see you try to put people on to knowledge and, give interviews to give them some light and all that. So definitely keep doing what you're doing. And, we're definitely going to see each other again in the metaverse soon.
Yeah, absolutely, and come visit my parcel in another metaverse as well. I'm
Yeah,
definitely
yeah,
looking
definitely
forward.
will,
Yeah,
man. We'll get up and do that for sure.
yeah, for
And
sure.
yeah,
So yeah, and
appreciate you, man.
it to be honest, it is people like you that show up to the show that keeps me going, right? Like because you are willing to, like, after being in crypto for some time, you'll find out that the most precious thing is not crypto, it's not money, but it's time, right? It's the
Yep,
people that you
yep,
meet along the journey. And
yeah.
yeah, thank you for being part of this journey and for sharing your story.
Yeah, thank you, man. That's what I always say. It's like the people are what makes it, whether you're at a job or, this and that. It's just you want to be meeting new people and just always do what excites you with, a little bit of cautiousness, of course. But, just always do what makes you feel excited for life. Cause for the most part, creating that bliss energy is where it's at. That's the real drug, is creating through your mind's eye.
Yeah, so all right, thank you so much. Thank you everyone for
All right,
watching.
TC. Thank you for watching, everybody. We'll see you guys in the metaverse on the other side of the monitor.